it's Nikki Damon Mediation. I wanted to talk a quick video about labels that we put onto relationships. Now, obviously, I do a lot of soul connections, includes soulmates, twin souls, all sorts. Now, obviously, twin souls was the buzzword of 2019 and 2018. Hopefully, it's dying off a little bit in 2020 because it's very much in, people come to diviners, tarot readers, all sorts, and they go, are they my soulmate? Are they my twin flame? Now, usually what that means is they want two things. One, they want a guarantee that that person is the person for them. That's that one person in the world for them, and they don't really have to take a risk, because if they go for it, then that person is there forever. Two, it can be the fact that they're in a not so good relationship and they want to justify being in that relationship. Well, they're my soulmate, I need to be here, even though he or she treats me really badly. Let's just say mostly it's women asking these questions. Not to say there's not men out there, or the equivalent out there. I'm getting used to the whole different genders, so I don't want to offend people, but I'm also, pull me up if I'm being too focused on the binary and on the non-binary. But we're talking about the whole idea that people are justifying their relationships that aren't healthy through using labels that are of a spiritual nature. Also, every relationship, you'll have to take a risk. There's always a risk in a relationship, and there are never guarantees. Never ever guarantees. So if you need a label on your relationship like that, you need to look at why you need that label, because usually there's a reason behind it. I will also say is any reader who's going out there selling readings on purely of how do you attract your twin flame doesn't know, or twin soul, I always call them twin souls, doesn't know what they are, because that already is saying that you always have an opportunity, and that's not where you should be focused. The whole, you are more likely to be able to encounter it if you're at a certain stage in your soul evolution, which has nothing to do with your personality. You can't change that, and you work towards wholeness. So you might not be able to choose your soul's evolution of where it is now in its many lives, but you can work towards wholeness, and that will always bring you the best people towards you. And it doesn't matter what that label is. If you need a label, you need to understand why you need that label. And when you take that label away, is that relationship still healthy, balanced, and therefore successful? If it isn't, then even if it had that label, it doesn't mean anything. You need to do what's right for you. And that, take away all those little labels, because it just is getting in the way of lots of relationships. And if you're sucked into this, trying to find this one person for you, there is no one person for you. There's a series of people for you. So let's take away that, and it doesn't mean that it's going to work and it's going to be perfect. Okay, this is my PSA today.